Welcome to week 12 of Over and Under. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Sorry we couldn't get on the air. We wanted to, we tried, but our jobs are so tough. He works first, I work third. It's impossible sometimes to get together before Thursday. That's why we always wait till Friday. Anyway, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving and had some great picks. I myself was a dud. I had one win. He had all three. He picked all three. He did great. I had a great week last week, 9-5. The prior week to that, I went 9-5. Things are looking good. I've looked at some of the other shows. You know what? I have 104 wins before Thanksgiving, and that beat everyone I've seen. So I was kind of proud of that. I'm good at picking the spread in the game. Like I said, I'm horrible at picking the over and under. The over and under has been killing me, so I'm going to stay away from it a little bit. I got a couple unders I'm going to pick this week, but for the most part, I'm just going to try to pick the spread. So before we get started, please hit the like button, subscribe, and be like Sonny and share, please. Alrighty, our first game should be an interesting game. And one of my good friends just got married. Congratulations. His favorite team, which is the Jags. And you know what? The Jags are not a bad team, are they? They played pretty good.
They play with about everybody.
They hang right in there. They're not far from being where they're going to be very, very competitive. They've been competitive all year, but I mean where they could actually have a shot at winning that division. Anyway, Lamar is a little banged up. I'm not sure if it's that serious or not, but I know he didn't practice until Wednesday of last week, and they didn't play too well. Carolina covered that spread. I picked Carolina, and they covered pretty damn easily for me. This week, I'm going to go ahead and stick with the trend. I'm betting against the Ravens again. I'm taking the 3.5 points. That hook I like. I think it's going to be a 3-point game, to be honest with you. I like the hook, so I'm taking the Jags. Over and under is 43.5. I'm staying away from that, and I'll turn it over to Jay.
I'm going to take the Baltimore money line. I don't think the Jags can score enough to stay with Baltimore. Lamar Jackson is banged up, but I think he has a good game this game. So I'm going to take Baltimore and the money line. That over and under, like a lot of them this week, is in the middle for me. So I'm going to stay away from that. Just take Baltimore's money line.
All righty, let's move on to our next game, which is his favorite team, which ain't looking too good this year, are they?
Came out of pocket for the first time this season last week on that horrible loss.
I had the Broncos as well. I never dreamed the Raiders would win, but they did. It was a sloppy game.
It was.
I didn't like it whatsoever. But anyway, I think that coach is about out of there.
I think he's
Nathaniel Hackett's not going to last long.
After that last week, a chance to salt the game away. No chance for the Raiders to win that game, and somehow, some way, they tied it and won it in overtime.
Horrible coaching, man.
I think he's done this year.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt. And I don't think no matter what he does, he's at the end of the year, his ass is out of there.
Yeah,
and they're having trouble. All these rumors about Russell Wilson calling plays, Seattle plays on the line. What the hell's that all about? Anyway, I don't know, but it's a bad situation down there right now, and I don't like the predicament they're in, to be honest with you. They're playing the Panthers. Surprisingly, Sam Darnold's actually getting the start. I mean, I don't know. They've tried him in New York. They've tried him there. I don't see no changes. He's probably going to perform like he always has, and I don't see a big upgrade there. But I don't know why, but I just don't have no faith in the Broncos whatsoever. I don't, man. The Panthers are playing at home. I'm going to go ahead and take the Panthers. What the hell? Might as well. Every time I pick the Broncos, they let me down. Every time I pick against them, they let me down. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the home team, take the Panthers.
I can't. I got to take Denver. Unfortunately, y'all better come through this week. This is a pick'em game. The over and under is really low, but I'm going to lead towards the under on that because neither of these teams can score. But I'm going to take the Denver money line just to be safe.
36.5. Normally, you bet it when you.
Normally, I take that. If it's
under 40, you take it, don't you?
In an NFL game, normally I take that, but these teams can't score.
All righty, let's move on to our next game. The Falcons and the Washington team. They're playing pretty good. Washington is on a four-game winning streak. I think you had them to lose last week against Texas, didn't you?
I did.
And by God, they had that game won the first half. I think it was 21-0.
They destroyed that game.
I mean, they've been looking pretty good. I like the new the quarterback Heineke. He's playing well. I mean, I hope they stick with him, which I don't see why they would possibly change. They're going to. He's starting this week. I like Washington. I'm going to go ahead and take Washington. I don't like the hook on this. I really don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take Washington and over this time in this game.
I'm going to take the over 2, but I'm going to take Atlanta's money line. That streak has to end somewhere. I think it does. Atlanta can score with the best of them this year, and I think they pull this game out. I think this is a close one, but I'm going to take Atlanta's money line, and I'm going to go over that 40.5.
All right, let's move on to our next game. This one here, this is going to be a wild game. Tampa versus Cleveland in Cleveland. It's an 80% chance of rain, 20 to 30 mile an hour winds off of Lake Erie. There, it's a monster. When that wind blows there, it's like Soldier Field, Chicago. That wind blows, it blows, man. So I look for this to be a really low-scoring game, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It's killed me every time I do it, but I'm going to go ahead and stay away from the spread on this. I'm going to take the under. I'm taking the under all the way in this. That's exactly what I'm going to bet, too. I'm going to put 50 on the under in this game.
I would lean towards that, but I'm going to be safe. Even though Cleveland's got the better running game, I think playing some screens, that offense of Tampa Bay doing that will slow down the game even more. I think Tampa Bay wins this. 3.5 is the spread. I think it's going to be within that. I'm going to take Tampa Bay, and I'm going to take the money line just to be safe.
All righty. Move on to our next game. I like this game here, boy. I bet against the Titans a couple weeks ago, and they proved me all the way wrong. They look good against Green Bay, man.
They did.
They're actually at home playing the Bengals, and they're not favorites. They're a home dog in this game. And Bengals are without Lamar. Chase is out this week.
That's a weird one for me.
Bengals are favored by 1. I'm taking the Titans all day in this game. You know what I mean? All day long, I'm taking Titans.
I am too. I don't see them losing this game. They're at home. Why they're underdogs is beyond me. After last week and the week before, I'm gonna be safe on another one, and I'm gonna take the Titans money.
Hey, they look like killers against Green Bay, didn't they?
They
They really did, man. They looked awesome. They really did. I like them this week. I don't understand why the Bengals are favored. I just don't. I don't get that. They're giving the Bengals a lot of respect. But they were favored on the road last week and they came through, so I don't know. All righty, let's move on to our next one. This game here started out, Texans versus Miami, started out at 15.5. So a lot of people's been laying money on the Texans, and that spread's come down to 14. Over and under is 46.5. I hate a 14-point spread. I hate a 15. I hate that in the NFL. It's you just never know what to do. You know what I mean? You want to take the points like I got a 2-touchdown lead already, and it evaporates before you know it. Mm-hmm. I don't know about this game, man. I really don't. I don't want to give bad advice on this one, but I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to take Miami, and I'm going to go ahead and take Miami and over in this game.
This is one of the games I'm going to stay away from. I'm going to take Miami's money line just to be safe. It's got to be put in a parlay, or you're not going to win nothing off of it. I see the Texans scoring early. Usually in these big spread games, the underdog scores early. That line drops a little bit, makes it more reasonable. But to be safe, I'm going to take Miami's money line.
All righty. Let's move on to our next game. Our beloved Chicago Bears versus New York Jets. Jets are giving up 6.5. Over and under is 38.5. Jets got a hell of a defense, and they're playing a lot of low-scoring games. And by the way, Mike White is starting for the Jets. Remember, he had a start last year, man. He threw for 4 touchdowns, over 400 yards. And then the next game he bombed. But I don't know. I think this is an upgrade, to be honest with you. And quarterback, I'm going to go ahead. I hate to bet against my Bears. You know that I love my Bears, but Fields is out. He's hurt. Trevor Siemian, I have no faith in him whatsoever, but he's starting. I mean, he may have a hell of a game. Who knows? I don't like the 6 in the hook, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take the Jets and over in this game. Over 38.5.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take Chicago's money line. Trevor Siemian is hot and cold. He could have a really good game. He could do nothing. But I'm going to have faith in Chicago this week in him. I'm going to take Chicago's money line. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. So I'm going to go Chicago's money line. And once again, under 40s is killing me. I always take the over, but I'm going to switch it up this week. I'm going to take Chicago's money line, and I'm going to go under that 38.
Under 38?
I'm going to go under.
I'm going over. He's going under. One of us is going to hit that. All right. Trevor Siemian, he played for Denver for a while, too, didn't he?
He did. He depends how that defense plays.
Yeah. Well, I don't like the Bears' defense. I love New York. New York's got a really good defense. They really do. All right, let's move on to our next game. The Raiders. Oh, Raiders. Man, they got a horrible coach. He can't coach, can he? He's a hell of an offensive coordinator, man. He sucks as a coach. I really don't like him at all. I like the Seahawks in this game, and I'm going to go ahead and give you the 3.5. I'm taking the Seahawks.
I am too. Raiders got absolutely lucky last week. Bad play calling by Denver to win that game. I don't see them coming close to this game. I never take the spread, but to be safe, I'm gonna take Seattle's money line. But I can see Seattle win by more than 3.5 points.
Yeah, I tell you what, that coach is going to go. Is he going to be there, Josh McDaniels? Is he going to be there next year or no? I don't know, man.
If he stays within that organization, they might demote him down to offensive coordinator or something like that.
That'd probably be better than the head coach.
But he's not a good coach.
He's not a good head coach.
He's not brought that team together with the talent they have. That whole AFC West is still underperforming.
Yeah, except for the Chiefs.
Except for the Chiefs.
Chiefs are still rolling.
Yeah.
All righty, so I got the Seahawks. He got the Seahawks. Let's see what happens. Our next game, the Chargers, who played the Chiefs last week, to hell of a game.
Hell of a game.
God, I had that game as well.
He
gave me some advice to cash out, and I couldn't do it, so I lose my money in the last minute again. Another one killed me.
I called that down to the last possession.
It was a big
possession. I hit that one.
It was a big one, though. I had a $200 and some ticket, man, and
I had a lot of money.
God, I was so pissed off that I didn't cash out. I could have cashed out. No, it was $300 some ticket. I could have cashed out at $228. Didn't do it. By God, did I live to regret it. I didn't get a quarter out of it. I lost. So I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and take my same bet as I did last week, though. I'm taking the Chargers, giving you the 3, and I think they'll beat the Cards easy, to be honest with you.
I think so too. That's a low line for me. The way they played against the Chiefs last week, I think they're coming into it. They'll be one of those second half teams. I'm going to take the Chargers and I'm going to take the money line.
All right, our next game is them Chiefs we were just talking about. The Rams are going playing the Chiefs. Stafford's out, concussion protocol. Wolford, I guess, is that who's starting for them, for LA. 14-point spread again. God, I hate them damn things. They're horrible, man. So I'm staying away from the 14 points. I'm taking the Chiefs and over 48.5. I think the Chiefs score. If LA manages to score 10 points, I think it'll go over 48. I think the Chiefs is going to score maybe in the high 30s probably.
I think they're going to score in the 30s, but I don't see the Rams scoring if they even do. So that line's a little bit high for me anyway. But I'm going to be safe. I can't touch those points in that spread. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to be safe. Add the Chiefs money line to one of your parlays. That's probably what I'll do. So I'm going to take the Kansas City money line.
Yeah, the Rams still got that great defense, man. They got Darnold. I mean, so it's not like it's going to be easy. I mean, I don't know. You know what? That 48. You're right. I think that 48 is pretty high. It really is. I think I'm going to take my bet back, and I'm going to go ahead. You just talked me into that, Justin. That's good because the Rams still have a good defense, and they don't have an offense. They can't score. So, I mean, that would have to be the Chiefs basically scoring 40-some points, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think you're right on that. I think,
in a game like that, this late in the season, I don't say resting players, but that they would lean more towards the running game, especially if they get up early.
The Rams may have threw in the towel already as well. I just don't know. I'm with you. I don't know what to do. So, I think this is going to be a game that I just use as one in my parlay and take the Chiefs. And
if I even do that, that's so big, I'll probably stay away from that game because that's one that something extravagant could happen.
Well,
that's just one of those.
I allow myself one or two games to not pick the spread, and this is one I'm going to stay away from. I mean, I like the Chiefs to win.
Oh yeah, the Chiefs are definitely going to win this game. That's a lock.
Yeah, but the 48, I mean, I get to thinking that they would probably have to score all the 48 to cover, so I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to go ahead and take, like I said, the Chiefs. And let's move on to our next one. This is a tough game for me as well. The points I do not like. It's the Saints versus the 49ers. The 49ers are looking off the hook, though. They're looking, my God, they're looking great, man. They are looking tough. My God, Garoppolo looked good, did he not? He looked like a starting a real good, high-quality starting quarterback.
If I know Trey Lance might be the future of that organization, but why would you switch up?
I don't know.
A championship for him. Like,
Hey.
that still blows my mind.
He took him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but he was 10 inches away from winning the damn thing. At that bomb, it was 10 inches more. He could. I mean, it was over with, man. Then he would have been the MVP. Would have been the talk of the town. Instead, you know, I mean, it's just wild how football works. You know, one play could change your entire perspective, people's perspective of you, and that really changed people's perspective of him. I like Garoppolo. I think he's a winner, regardless. You know what I mean? He does some boneheaded
He's
plays
not
at
an
times.
Overwhelming stat-wise quarterback, but
He's a winner.
He gets the job.
Hey, his win and loss record is really damn. I mean, it's up there with the best of them. I mean, he wins. He's just a winner, man. I like him to win this week, but I don't like the 8.5. I really don't. So I'm going to have to go. I allow myself 1. I'm not going to do it on 2. Over and under is 43. I'm taking the 49ers and over 43 is what I'm going to do.
I'm going the same way. As I looked at that, 49ers can score, like I said last week. They don't score much, but the Saints can score too. That 8.5, that's a lot of points in this game. I feel like it's going to be closer than that. I think it's going to be a one-score game. I think a little bit more than a field goal, less than a touchdown, though. But I'm going to take San Francisco money line. And just like Brian, I'm going to go over that 43 points.
All righty, let's move on to our next one. We got the Packers versus the Eagles. Last I heard, Rodgers had a thumb injury. I don't know.
He's got a broke thumb. He's had that for 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, he plays with a broke thumb. He played a couple years ago with a broke thumb, and didn't affect him whatsoever. I tell you what, I know the Packers are not looking great, but this is definitely their last hurrah. If they lose this game right, I think they're definitely completely out of it. I mean, Minnesota won. I don't know. I don't think they can catch Minnesota whatsoever, but they're going to be completely out of the picture. Completely out of the picture. You got Dallas in that division. Everybody's winning games. I think Washington has, 6 wins? Yeah, they got 6 wins, so they can be right in it. I just don't see the Packers making the playoffs if they lose this game, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Packers and the points. I know the Eagles are high flying right now and doing well, but I tell you what, Colts about beat their asses, didn't they?
They did.
I'm going to take the Packers and give me the 6.5 is what I'm doing this game.
Philly's slumping a little bit the last 2 weeks. I think they eliminate the Packers this week, though. It's at home. Something about being back at home gives you an extra jolt. I think they win this game. That 46.5 points, that's a lot of points.
It is.
For me. This is a Sunday night football primetime game, though. I think Philly wins this. I'm going to take Philly's money line, and I think that's the only thing I'm going to take on this game.
That's why I like the Packers in this game. It's a primetime game, man. Hey, listen, all of them got something they need to show because Packers are winners.
One-score game.
Packers win every year. They're there, man, every year, and they're getting a lot of flack from home and everywhere. They got some boos a couple weeks ago, man. So I look for the Packers to want to bounce back and all of them, give it their all, and play as hard as they can. And
I think they get. I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I think they get eliminated this week, and that kind of seals the Aaron Rodgers era in Green Bay.
You reckon?
I feel like, yeah.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be hard for me to get rid of him. He's pretty tough. But all right, let's move on to our next game. We got the Pittsburgh versus our Colts. Yeah, Jeff Saturday. Where you at? There he is. I got him hanging over here with me. I like Jeff Saturday. Everybody giving him hell because he got lucky and got the job. Why hate on somebody?
He's did a good job so far.
You know what I mean? He played offensive lineman for 14 years. You know what I mean? He's not like he doesn't know nothing about football. If you're a lineman, you know everything about football because you're involved in every play almost. Not almost, you are. You don't never stop blocking. So I like Jeff Saturday. I like what he's doing so far. They come close to being 2-0, didn't he? He come really close. Hey, he played the Eagles to the wire there. He looked good as a coach. I like Jeff Saturday. Like I said, I like the Colts. I think the Colts got a good team, man. They can come together and keep that running game going with Taylor and that good offensive line that hasn't played up to par whatsoever. They got a shot at beating anybody. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm taking the Colts, man, to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers this week.
I'm going to take the Colts money line. This is a Monday Night Football primetime game. I'm going to take over that 38.5 points. I don't see it much of a stretch of a 21-17 game. that would kill that hook there, that extra 0.5. But I see this going over that. I'm going to say a 24-21 game. Colts cover that spread there. But I'm going to take the Colts money line, and I'm going to go over that 38.5 points.
All righty, that's all of our picks. We want to thank everyone for joining us again. Hey, man, we're trying,
Absolutely.
like I said, we're trying really hard to build the channel. We need a lot of help. So please keep helping. My buddy Patrick Doyle, thank you so much for your advice, man. You're a good man. Like you. I love the fact that you helped us get a few more subscribers. I want all my friends out there to help me get subscribers. At least have one friend of yours subscribe. That would build us up a little bit. Let us get to at least 100. Because I tell you what, if we can't get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I'm probably done. You know what I mean?
Right.
We ain't making nothing off of this. I just enjoy doing it. I enjoy gambling. I enjoy helping my friends try to make some cash. And it's not like we're two dummies. We do pretty damn good. Like I said, I had 104 wins before the start of Thursday. That beat everyone I seen on TV, so who knows? Anyway, let's keep going. Thank you so much. God bless everyone, and have a great weekend. Let's kill them this weekend.